don't want to fight, really. All I want is my baby and to be free from John.
My dear, there is no one in this room that is trying to mangle you two together. But as much as you want to pull away, you've got to understand there's a very real link here between the two of you, and he happens to be your son. Running away is no reasonable alternative here. You've got to stand your ground and talk to each other.
It's fine, Grams. It doesn't work.
Well, then may I suggest for your own good, as well as your son's, that you try just a little harder. You are his parents. Damn it! He depends on you. Now, you are going to have to try harder to make some sensible, unselfish arrangement for him. He needs it. Now, I have a suggestion that I strongly urge you to consider here.
Yes.
Sit down, John. It's my view for Owen's sake that there is a solution possibly in one of you moving in here with him.
Here?
Grams, why?
Why? Because the child needs a safe place. He needs a stable home. He cannot be constantly tossed back and forth between the two of you. I will let you decide who sees him when. All right? But before we go further with this, I want to make something crystal clear. I am in no means taking on the responsibility of being parent to my grandson, great-grandson. It's a repetition of the past. John and I will offer you a roof over your head and occasionally do some babysitting. But you, John and Lizzie, are going to raise this boy. I am most definitely not going to rear yet another generation in this family. And if that is clear, I want one of you to think of this as your home and a safe place for your son.
Please, thank you, but I cannot stay here. There's got to be some other solution to this.
Grams, I would kind of feel uncomfortable, too. I don't know if I could do that.
All right. I beg in both of your pardons, but we're not talking here about your feelings. There's something more important at issue here. It is your responsibility to a little life that you created and brought into this world. Now, we've talked many times in this room about parenting, haven't we? About obligations and sacrifices. Well, we're now down to it. There are obligations, and you just can't simply hand them over to somebody else. If you do not nurture this son of yours, this precious little boy, and you do not protect him, and you insist upon using him as some weapon between the two of you, then you have failed him. You have betrayed him. And there is no greater sin.
Grams, all I want is what's best for my son. That's all I want.
So do I.
Good. Then I hope you consider what I've just said carefully.
Really go wild in here. Congratulations, Julia.
Congratulations to you, too.
Yeah, I was just telling Dee about her good news.
Oh,
Isn't it funny that Roger was the last one to know?
what else did you tell dearly Roger?
Well, obviously, we could no longer continue to be as that we were.
Yeah, no more bosom buddies.
No more any kind of buddies.
Roger, was that what you had in mind?
Dee, Maggie is pregnant, and I'm not going to have a lot of time to socialize or be with friends. I want to spend as much time as I can with my wife and my family.
You came here today to ask me a favor. Like a friend, you said, no, you said, the hell with friendship. Now, what the hell is that?
What?
Dee, I was hoping that you would understand how much my family means to me.
And since you learned alone that my husband so thought of you, there are no longer any ties between you. Roger, what favor did you ask of her?
I'll tell you later, sweetheart. Why don't we go home?
You should be happy for her. I even wish you happiness, Delia.
I'll try to keep that in mind the next time I try to be a good friend to someone.
Dee, look, I'm sorry if I hurt you, but, Maggie, let's go.
Rog, wait a minute. These are buttons.
Roger was here for the opening last night, and he didn't tell you because...
Well, because, honey, I didn't want you to be without any reason.
I'm not worried. I know you'll tell me the truth.
Yeah. Well, you see, honey, I had a couple of drinks last night, and,
I needed a summer move because I had all these top models here from a designer house, and there was a brunette here, and a redhead, and...
Dee, please. Maggie isn't buying it. And I can't stand to tell her a lie.
Roger.
Please. Maggie, I love you. How do I say it?
This is the favor. You came here to ask her to keep your secret. Say it, Roger. You're always telling me how important the truth is. Just...
Delia and I slept together. Sweetheart, it's
this morning. When you found out that I was carrying your child, and you begged me to come back to you, you were coming from Delia's bed?
Look, I tried to tell you then.
And I asked you then.
Look, can't we discuss this in private?
You think your lies are going to sound any better any other place?
Maggie.
I changed for you, Roger. I wanted to be the woman that you would be proud
Maggie,
of.
please,
I gave up lies and deceit and manipulation only to find out that that's what you respond to.
Maggie,
Stay
I'm
away from
sorry.
me. I can
Maggie.
stand to look at your face. I don't even know if I can stand to look at your baby.
Maggie, don't leave. I beg
I
you.
need a court order to keep you away from me. You deserve each other.
I'm sorry, Roger.
Why did you come back into my life?